Welcome to Venoge, Indiana, or as you newcomers like to call it, Vivi. You got a lot to learn. Welcome to the Eagle Tavern. There's news to be shared here and stories to be told. Take your ease. All are welcome here, and the conversation is pleasant and genteel.
Hold on, I never said no such of a thing.
Hot weather, boys. You Jackson men keep flapping your gums and we'll have a little breeze here.
I'll bring a breeze down there to you.
Nothing like the political season to get things stirred up around here, and this time it's pretty agitated. After losing the election in 1824 to John Quincy Adams, General Andrew Jackson's determined to be victorious this time of 1828. And we got two factions. We've got the Adams faction and we got the Jackson boys. And from the looks of it, I'd say those Jackson boys are giving the Adams faction a good thrashing.
Both of you settle down. You're both tax-paying citizens. You got a right to vote for whoever you choose.
That's right, Sheriff. If you don't pay taxes, you don't vote. And Mr. Mallon, I'm challenging your vote before you even cast it for that reason.
Mighty bold talk there, Fido Averill.
It's Philo.
Wolf.
Joseph Mallon, you've been a pretty poor success at most things. Why not, for once in your life, back a winner? Andrew Jackson is going to be president.
What about those charges of adultery?
Son, don't let what you read in the prints poison your mind.
I'm not letting anything poison my way of thinking, but the rumors sure are everywhere.
I'm willing to discuss a man's qualifications for leadership, but those unproven stories of the man in adultery need to be deposited in the back house with all the rest of the filth.
Well, I believe Andrew Jackson has devoted his life to his country. And unlike Mr. Adams, he forms his plans with the velocity of lightning and the tremendous energy of thunder.
He's a murderer.
Kill that man fair and square in a duel.
That's not what I'm referring to.
You've been reading those coffin handbills again, haven't you?
I'm not only reading them, I'm passing them out. Got some for you boys, and I've got one to hang up over here by the tavern cage.
You can take that out to the back house. You'll get more use there.
We're all Jackson men here.
I ain't made up my mind.
Well, let's do a little treating on election day then.
Treating?
It's an old custom, son. On election day, we put bottles of whiskey here on the counter, and each bottle has a candidate's name written on it. Fella's free to come in and drink from the bottle of his candidate. And the bottle that gets refilled the most always represents the winner.
The whiskey bottle is indeed the thermometer of the people.
Which one of you vociferous sons of freedom on either side of that aisle is going to be sponsoring a bottle? Yep. Thought so.
I supported Henry Clay in the last election, but when he threw the Kentucky vote to be made Secretary of State, I became a Jackson man.
First time the House of Representatives ever had to decide the presidency.
And a corrupt bargain it was.
Indeed.
Besides, I'll be damned if I vote for someone I don't know.
Sound logic there, Fido.
Philo!
You know General Jackson?
Well, Philo here, he was part of the group that organized a reception for General Jackson when he came through in a steamboat about 3 years ago. They planned to greet the general when the riverboat stopped.
It was night when the boat passed by, and as it passed, the Swiss artillerists let off a round.
And the steamboat and General Jackson just kept right on going. Didn't it, Philo?
Yes, the boat kept on going, but you need to remember, General Jackson sent a personal message to Captain DeFore thanking him for that salute.
Men of honor do that. They also stand up for their wife's honor.
Aye, that they
Indeed.
do.
Here. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? For Jackson shall be president and Adams left behind.
I hope it snows a foot or more on election day.
Why is that?
To keep you and all these barefoot Jackson men away from the polls.
I'll crawl over broken glass if I have to vote.
Amen.
Amen. As goes Switzerland County, so goes the state of Indiana. Indeed.
Andrew Jackson handily won that election of 1828. Caleb Mounts was right. As went Switzerland County, so went the entire state of Indiana. And following the election, the boys got back to good feelings and harmony, their singing notwithstanding. Now, these stories are true, and we have plenty more to share, but it's getting late. Know that we're a reputable establishment with beds to let and space in the stable for your horse. Meals are sold separately.
And Adams left behind, and Jackson shall be president.